These proposals are good proposals, but they are just a series of proposals. It's not bound together in terms of objectives, priorities, strategy, and a clear presentation of the resource mobilization. So it's an unstructured collection of happy sound and making people happy sort of announcements, and I welcome it because we are on the verge of an election, and it does matter if the mood changes. This budget is a lot more acceptable to the public than the previous four by Mr. Jaitley, which caused a lot of alarm in terms of increasing taxes and raising of interest rates, etc. That's what I would say. But as far as addressing the structural problems of the economy, there cannot be in this budget, and there isn't in this budget any such proposal. I never thought the government from day one was handling the economy properly. They didn't even understand what the economy was and how it can be moved. I don't blame them because they are not trained for the sophisticated nature the economy has now become. They can't even make a distinction between micro and macroeconomics. I would say this, I would not look at this fiscal deficit. It's an inane concept. I don't know why, because we borrowed it from the IMF, and IMF is a bunch of bureaucrats who say all kinds of things and then pass on to new ideas. What I would look at is the budget document which says where is the rupee gone and where is the rupee coming from. Please see that. If you add up the interest payments due and the payments that you are getting, interest payments means amortization, that includes the principal amount also, and the amount you are getting as new loans, there, I don't think that for every rupee that you are getting as new loans, I think you are paying away for past amortization, I mean the requirement for amortization of 98 paisa or something like that. And so what you're going to get is just 2 paisa. You are heading for a debt trap, and that is going to come in a year or two, and you'll have a first-class crisis. Then on top of that, this NPA and public sector banks have still not been resolved. You've just postponed the idea. You've created some institutions by which this is not an immediate problem, but ultimately you have to solve the disease, and that has not been done. I think there's only one thing to be done. Either we abolish income tax or keep it, because people are not bothered with how much tax they have to pay justifiably. They feel that the harassment that goes with it, the treatment by income tax officers as if you are a criminal to begin with, and you have to prove yourself innocent before and will be presumed to be guilty. That kind of harassment is something that is choking people, and is increased, unfortunately, during the 4 years of Mr. Jaitley's budget. But what needs to have been done today is to announce that we are working towards the complete abolition of income tax, and not even say about this 5 lakhs, in which it is in a kind of a googly ball which has come to you. It doesn't quite mean 5 lakhs, it means something else, and so on. The unemployment became clear that it was rising during the first 4 years of the NDA rule, when Raghuram Rajan had kept on raising the interest rates. Every day medium and small industries and small enterprises, MSME as they call, were collapsing, and that's where the bulk of the employment was. The informal sector has bulk of the employment. I believe it is something like 65%. And they were every day getting unemployed. Some of them were getting, taking jobs which was not even equal to their minimal qualifications of semi-skills. And they were doing manual work. So I am not surprised that the unemployment is an all-time high. People are emotional. They voted for us largely because, not that we'll do new economics, but because we'll build the Ram temple, we'll give a new identity to the Hindus, and we'll unite the country, we'll teach the Pakistanis a lesson. There are a number of emotional things. We'll fight corruption. Corruption was a major thing. The only person who has fought corruption in the last 5 years is me. The government has done very little to fight corruption. And only recently we have seen some activity on that, but that is after 4.5 years of protecting the corrupt, in the sense slowing down every process. So I would say today, if there's anything which is going to get us the majority, it will be the Ram Temple. And I'm sure that we are going to get the Ram Temple in the next 30 days, and therefore the public is going to vote for us in a big way. You can have a personal popularity. See, Winston Churchill was hugely popular in 1946, but the British voted him out. They said, Winston, I don't think your party is the right party for peace, but salute to you for what you did for us. I think the same way today, if they vote us out, they will not vote us out because Narendra Modi is disliked. It will be because the party didn't keep its word. That's what it will be. I don't think there's been any erosion in Narendra Modi's personal popularity.